longest day born anew. A cup of sorrow with the early dew. Come you endless morning, come and tell me what to do, 'cause I'd do anything for me. You get me up and get me through. Oh, 'cause as the seasons fade, I'll come back someday. As the seasons will fade, I will come back someday.
Woo, that was hard work. That was a lot of work. So, Bushcraft Camp Update 11, the final chapter. It has been emotional, fun, tiring, but awesome. What an adventure. It's been really, really cool. And to be honest, I've enjoyed every minute of it. And it's sort of sad that it's the final update video, but it's looking epic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that build. There was a hell of a lot of camera angles involved there. I don't know how many, but there was a lot. But it's finally complete. I feel like the camp is complete. And I wanted to complete it because, you know, I wanted to come here and relax and be able to enjoy it for what it is, which is a place where I can practice bushcraft, cook up some food and just relax in the woods, as opposed to keep coming here and then just building every time, you know? Whereas now I can just tinker around and change bits. But it's done, it's here, it's complete. I'm going to give you guys the tour. And I brought my gun along with me, not to shoot any game or anything, but just to show you the hunting tower. Going to cook up some food, but first we'll do a tour, then I'll cook up some food and maybe get the gun out and do a bit of target practice or something like that. Now some of you are probably wondering, Mike, why are you wearing some sort of skull ghost mask? You gangster thug you. No, all it is really, guys, is that this woodland is absolutely crawling with bugs at the moment. It's peak summer. I've got southern wood ants everywhere. There's mosquitoes, there's midges, there's just so much here. Spiders, ticks, harvest mites, there's so much here that just bites me and I always get bitten. And I was telling Em this, my fiance, and she bought me these, which basically stop the bugs coming all around your neck, because I get bitten all around here, around my neck. And then I wear the sunglasses because I've been chopping a lot of wood, and I don't want wood flicking in my eye, even when I'm sawing and things like that, and it just keeps the bugs out of my face. And then the cap is just to keep the sun out, because it's been really glary lately. I know some of the shots are quite dark, but it's been really glary. So that's the explanation for wearing this stuff. Plus it looks cool. Okay, let's just admire camp for what it is. The completed project. And of course, the awesome hunting tower, which is in the left of your picture there. I've put a bit more moss on the moss shelter, the lean-to, and we've cleared an area here. So, you know, just to tidy it up a bit and make camp look all the more awesome. It looks like a proper fort now. This is the hunting tower. It's basically a deer hide, really. And it's covered 3 sides. So this side there, that side, and that side. Every single piece of wood in this camp is dead. Dead standing or dead fall. I haven't chopped down one live tree. Look at this woods, people. Look at all the deadfalls still around everywhere. It's an incredibly dense, unmanaged woodland, and there is so much deadfall all through there. If I took you through there, there's just dead wood everywhere. So don't worry, I'm not cutting down trees if you're in the tree police. This is my sawhorse. This actually is going, I just kept it under there to keep it dry, but this will be going here, which is now my working area. Oh, I'll just show you. So this is now my working area. I've got my chopping log there for my axe work and my sawhorse, which I've now put cross struts in because you guys said about stabilising it a bit more with some cross struts going across it, and actually it's super sturdy now. It's really rigid. I've also updated the log store. I say updated, I've given it a layer of logs underneath. I've still got many more logs to put in there, but I've raised it up on some logs there just to keep the wood dry a bit. It does get a bit damp, but that's okay because it can season over time. This is all sort of rotting wood which I'm going to burn through eventually. Got my main logs there, and eventually I'm going to fill that up with just you know, good quality logs of dead trees. But that's the working area. Obviously I've got my lean-to moss shelter here, and that's really good. That's probably the better of the lean-to shelters. I've done a gate now, so little Jaxx can come and camp with me, and that's really cool. It's just, there's no nails in everything here, by the way, this whole camp. It's all cordage. Bits of rope and string and polyprop rope and paracord, everything. So that gate opens there, and that is the entrance. There is a gap here where I need to plug because Jaxx will come out. He's my little Jack Russell. We've got the fire pit in there. We've now got the second lean-to shelter is finished because I've put the raised bed in there, and that one's raised up quite a bit, so there'll be good insulation under there and you can store things in there. I keep all my pot hangers and everything down at the back there, which I'll put up in a minute. We've got the 2 chairs, which Dad helped me make. I need to move this one probably closer over here. This is new. Jaxx's dog kennel, or dog house. And I've got a bit of tarp there just in case I need to waterproof it, but that's where Jaxx will sleep when we do overnighters. I didn't film much of that one, sorry. This is my shelter, really. I like to call it my shelter. And again, another raised bed. And that way Jaxx can sleep right next to me over here. So that's pretty awesome. And this is the pièce de la résistance, the ladder going up into the hunting tower. I've got the tarp to cover the whole camp, or at least the whole area that you're under here. It's all covered by the tarp, the hunting tower, and you can only get into it from the camp. Come and join me, gotta come and collect you. This is the tower. So here I am up in the hunting tower. It's quite a bit of a height actually. I'd say it's at least 15 feet, maybe even more. That is my view of the unmanaged area of woodland where there's deer. I've seen deer up here. Obviously over here in the coniferous, I do get the squirrels over in the autumn. There's actually a chestnut tree just there. You can't really see it, but there's a chestnut tree there, and they absolutely love it in the autumn. So I've got a 360-degree view in this hunting tower. I've made sure I had that. It's covered by 3 walls behind me, and the only way in is down here into my camp. The reason why I left one area open of this hunting shelter here was because that I didn't want to spook any animals if I'm getting up early morning and I want to be able to get up in the hunting tower. If I had to walk around the outside of my camp to climb up, then it would probably spook any animals that were here just feeding on nuts or grazing. And I didn't really want that, so at least now I can quietly come up through the camp down there in the mornings, early mornings and dusk, and then I can look out and see what's out there. There's plenty of cover with bracken at the moment, which the deer have been chewing up the fresh roots of bracken. There's probably about a metre, it's about a metre square I'd say, so it's enough to move about in. Probably a bit cramped with 2 people, but you could get 2 people up here. There's my rifle there. And as you can see, 360-degree view all the way around. There's the ladder going down into my shelter there. Jaxx's dog kennel, dog house there, and the other lean-to shelter there. But it's awesome because you can see I've left it, the level of it. This is basically custom designed for me and my height. If you were any more than 6.5 foot, you're going to touch the top of this. Room with a view. Who needs a sea view when you've got a woodland view? There's game trails that run, I'll show you later, or in another episode, that run from here going up to here, and there's some open field up there. So there's game trails crossing all up here. Just where that bracken starts there's a game trail that comes right up through there, and that's where the deer come through, and the fox I saw the other day. The squirrels tend to be round about down here. All roughly within range, about 30 yards, which is sort of the maximum I would shoot with my air rifle. So I can rest the barrel of my rifle up near the body bottle up here, which is where most of the weight is. And because it's about 1 metre squared, this gives me enough sort of distance to be able to get the rifle comfortably in my shoulder and still rest the barrel. Now what I've done is, with this wall, if I need to, for example here, I can shoot horizontal, I can shoot far in the distance, but then if anything came down relatively low, I can't get the angle on my gun to shoot down. So all I can do is just remove these one at a time. If I need to shoot lower, they're just resting there. They're pinched in, but they're resting there. So I can lower the inclination and declination, I'd say, angle of my rifle, the barrel. So if I need to shoot anything closer, I can just take those out. But let's have a little shot at something in the distance. It's the first time I've taken a camera up here, so it's actually quite handy just to get an idea of if I can fit you guys in the camera. I got permission to shoot here for some vermin, small game, kind of rabbits, squirrel, wood pigeon, but also I'm going to maybe set up a few targets as well, just to be able to use the hunting tower. But I want to be able to use it to film as well and just see what, there's so much wildlife here. I've seen deers, foxes, there's buzzards nests just up here to my left, which is incredible. There's red kite, loads of birds of prey. There's so much to see, so I've sort of set it up as not just a hunting tower. I know it's called a hunting tower, and I've called it a hunting tower, or deer hide, but really it's for me to film as well, to be able to film and just bring a little something different to the camp. So for food, got me my grill, a cheapy grill with folding legs, and the actual food I've got is homemade by Mum. Thanks, Mum. Rissole it is, basically like homemade burger, and I'll explain what's in it once it's cooking, but hopefully it doesn't fall through the grill. They're like little pack things, but yeah, homemade rissoles, mince, onion, herbs, seasoning, breadcrumb and egg to keep it binded together. Awesome stuff. And of course a celebratory beer because I finished Camp Update 11. It's pretty damp at the moment, so we'll see what we can do. Might be quite tough to get it going though. Good to go. For those that are new, this is my pot hanger system, whereby I would just do that, get my pot hanger on my cooking crane, have my billy can here, I can move it out of the way and I can dangle my billy can and boil it, obviously once that flame's burnt down. Just one of my cooking setups. Nice and easy. Gonna get the grill hot at least, just to warm it up a bit. Okay, these might, let's try to flatten them out a bit. Bit like a burger. Oh, Joe's plane from Ontario's back. Can't get enough of him. Meat is meat. They're nearly done. Amazing. Stuck to the grill a bit, but so good. Got my beer. Well guys, it's stuck to my grill a bit, but let me see that. It is so nice. That's lovely. Simple lager, nothing heavy, session beer. Cheers guys. To Camp Update 11, to an awesome series. To you guys for watching it, thank you so much. And hopefully I've inspired you to go out and get out in the woods and enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching Bushcraft Camp Update series. Oh, that's good. Meat and a beer. Yeah, this is the end, guys. No more camp updates. If you want to watch every series or every episode from episode 1 where I started out with just a fire reflector, I'll show you in a minute the wall. Just here, that was the start of Camp Update 1. It started with me building a fire reflector and it got seriously out of hand because my little kid mode just activated and I wanted to build a fort out in the woods, and I did, and I'm proud of doing it. And I've done stuff with your feedback throughout the Camp Update series, so if you'd like to watch the series from episode 1, there's links in the video description below. Below the show more, you've got a button that says show more. If you click show more, I'll list every camp update from 1 to 11 and you can see the progress that I've made over the years. Thank you so much for watching this series. It's been an incredible adventure. I've learned a hell of a lot as I've done it. Hopefully you guys will be able to get out there and try something similar. Maybe not on this scale, but you know, if I've taught some skills along the way, then it's meant all the more to me to be able to pass that on to you guys. So I really do appreciate everyone who's watched the series. What does it mean now? Am I not coming back here? Of course not. I'm going to be coming back here as much as I can now, but not to build stuff, just to enjoy, to shoot out the tower, to cook up some food, to bring Jaxx here. He's got his little dog house now, so he can relax and enjoy that. The main thing was for me to build this was to get me outside, stop not sat on the computer, get me outside, get me thinking about the woods, the forest, nature, the environment, and also the filming aspect of it. I've put a lot of effort into the filming of this series, and you'll notice that as you go through Camp Update 1 to, 11 now, you'll probably notice that I've done a little kind of nice intros, and I've worked, it's taught me a lot about filming as well, so I really appreciate it. I've got loads of overnighters planned. In the winter I will be coming here loads. I'll be bringing my dad. I've got to thank my dad. He's actually helped me build loads of this, so Dad, thanks very much for bearing with me, and I know he's got his inner child in him that took over, and he's really helped design some of it as well, so I've got to give credit to my dad for that. He will be coming up in some videos soon. Thanks so much for watching this series. I'll see you soon in another episode of TA Outdoors.
'Cause as the seasons fade.